Welcome to the Bitcoin ticker for Unity, in which we're going to show how the chart scripts work in order to create your own chart type, and we're going to explain a little bit the functionalities of the game during this tutorial. The first thing you can do is drag your screen in order to move and see the history of the evolution of the chart. Whenever you want to go back to the last point, you can click this recenter button here and you can go there. We have also prepared two buttons here for menu options, which are not implemented in this demonstration, but you can also open and close them in order to add your own information and interaction with the user. Another option of this package is that you can change the scale by dragging on the x-axis or dragging on the y-axis. That will change the scale and you will be able to move your chart with different behaviors. Another thing that is really important is that you can also change the color of the ticks really easily. You can go to materials and you have the above cut material that you can change easily to red, yellow, or blue. Let's leave it to green for the moment. If you want to change the color of the polygons that are being created, you can go to chart and then you have the different polygon color here. You can change them also to blue, as you can see here. Let's leave it on green. Whenever you change the scale, it will automatically change the color and the form and the shape of the chart and the different parameters. Let's explain a little bit the parameters we have. The follow cam is going to be the boolean that is activated and deactivated whenever we change the dragging options on the screen. Whenever I drag on the screen, you can see that the following cam is going to be set to false, and the cam is not going to follow the last point that is being instantiated inside the screen. Whenever we hit the recenter button, as you can see, the follow cam is going to be set to true, and the scripts are going to follow the position of the last tick. Then we have the scales. The scales are going to change whenever we drag on the axis. As you can see here, the values change accordingly. The next parameter is the line width. The line width is going to be related to the width of the tick here. It's set to 0.22. The tick read latency is set to 1 second. It's the time that takes the scripts to call the server address that is here and take the information and retrieve it and use it in the scripts. Then we have the polygon or the line display. Whenever we hit one or another, we will have only the line, as you can see here. While I change the zoom again, you will be only able to see the lines or the lines or the polygon whenever we select the polygon function. Notice that whenever we create the polygons, it takes a little bit of time in order to show the chart. That is because we're using a coroutine in order to reduce the time the profiler, as you can see here, needs to generate all the scripts and all the data. So we are using 100 FPS and we have already 621 points in that step, and in the last step we have 811 points. So you can see that the game is quite performant. If we continue with the different elements of our scripts, we have the max tick points. That is an important value that is going to represent the maximum points that we can have on our scripts. Then the line value H and the line value B are prefabs which contain the different, as you can see here, elements that are used for the different texts that appear in the vertical and the horizontal axis. Then the containers are the game objects in which those instances are going to be displayed and are going to be created. So you can go to that container or to the polygon container, and you will see that all the polygons are inside that original game object. Then we have the loading canvas. The loading canvas, if we pause our game and we hit play again, it will be that original loading bar that appears at the beginning whenever the data is going to be called. You can use it in another different parts of your script. If you want to load something, you can use that loading bar effect. Mouse factor. The mouse factor is going to be the value that we assign to the movement of the mouse whenever we drag on the screen or we change the zoom. So that is controlled by that mouse factor. The color overcut and the color undercut are the colors of this rectangle that contains the actual value of the tick. So you can change the color easily also by dragging on the color inspector. Once we have explained the different variables of the program, let's go ahead and explain how the functions are called and which ones are the most important. So we have the enumerator get stream data, which is going to be, I believe, the most important part of the script, in which what we're doing is, while true, checking the server address and getting the information by using the parse BTC that comes from Bitcoin JSON. This is because the server that you can go ahead and copy from the server address here and put it here gives this result that changes over time, as you can see here. Okay, the values can change over time. The timestamp is going to change, and the bit, the volume and low, and the ask and the open changes also. So what we are doing in the program is getting this information and this information into our game. And to do that, we call inside the get streaming data, we call the plot chart real time. After reading the parse JSON URL text. So the JSON Bitcoin needs, first of all, a class that is going to be the real-time data. It has these points here, as you can see, which correspond to the JSON format. And then we have a list dictionary in which what we're doing is getting the time and getting the last, as you can see here from data. So that's the most important part of this code. The second point that is important is to understand a little bit how the ticks are shown in the screen. So we have a function that is called the, okay, so in this script what we're doing is first of all checking that we have some ticks in that dictionary that I have shown you before, and then what we do is create a number of v ticks, which is this line here, that contains the world coordinates of the different ticks for our game, and we're going to use that in order to instantiate a tick that is going to be this game object here that has a line as a prefab. So that's the main idea of this program. What we do is, First of all, we have a loop in which we are checking the information sent by this server. There's going to be this one here. And then once we have that, we use the points obtained from that server in order to create the points in the world space that are used at the same time to create the ticks, and at the same time we use those ticks in order to create the polygons. So the polygons are generated in this script that is called generate, in this function, sorry, that is called generate polygon shape. Then the other functions are really easy to understand, are fully commented, so I don't believe we need more explanation for them. But those were the main important points of this package. So thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope you consider downloading this package. Remember that we offer full support once you have buy this package if you want to change some things for free. So please consider downloading it and buying it. Thanks very much.